Good evening. I'm Susan Hirosuna. Our top story tonight, shots fired at Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion. Police say the superstar was home but not harmed. Tonight, a suspect.
Just after lunchtime in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Los Angeles, something completely unexpected shattered the calm. Residents in the hills above Beverly Hills suddenly heard loud popping sounds echo through the quiet streets. At first, some people thought it might be construction or maybe fireworks. But within seconds, it became clear this was something far more serious. Gunshots had just been fired toward the home of global superstar Rihanna. Police vehicles quickly flooded the area, racing toward the massive hillside property owned by the billionaire singer and business mogul. According to early reports, several rounds were fired from a passing vehicle directly toward the mansion's gate and outer walls. And the most chilling detail? The singer was reportedly inside the house at the time. For fans around the world, the news spread fast, and the question started immediately. Who would fire at the home of one of the most famous celebrities on the planet? Was it random, or was Rihanna somehow being targeted? The terrifying moment triggered an immediate investigation, with officers scanning the area for clues and witnesses trying to piece together what had just happened. But what investigators discovered in the hours that followed would turn this shocking incident into an even bigger mystery. Because the person behind the gunfire didn't stay hidden for long, and the arrest that followed raised even more questions. The quiet afternoon quickly turned into a full-scale police response. Around 1:15 p.m., officers received urgent reports of gunfire coming from the hills surrounding the Beverly Hills home of Rihanna. Within minutes, patrol cars began racing through the neighborhood, blocking streets and scanning the area for any sign of the shooter. According to early reports, witnesses saw a vehicle driving slowly past the property just moments before the shots rang out. Then, in a matter of seconds, multiple rounds were allegedly fired toward the front of the mansion. The gunfire didn't last long, but it was enough to send shockwaves through the quiet community. When officers arrived at the scene, they quickly discovered evidence that confirmed everyone's worst fear: shell casings believed to be from a high-powered rifle scattered across the road. Investigators soon found that several bullets had struck parts of the property, including the outer gate and nearby structures. Thankfully, despite the frightening situation, no one inside the house was injured. Still, the fact that shots were fired directly toward the home of one of the world's most recognizable entertainers made the situation incredibly serious. Police immediately began searching for the vehicle that witnesses described leaving the area shortly after the shooting. Officers started reviewing nearby security cameras, hoping to track where the suspect had gone. At the same time, detectives worked quickly to determine whether the attack had been random or something far more deliberate. But what happened next would surprise everyone, because the person responsible didn't vanish into thin air, and the trail they left behind would lead investigators straight to an unexpected arrest just miles away. For a brief moment, it looked like the person responsible for the gunfire might disappear without a trace. The vehicle that witnesses described had already sped away from the scene, leaving investigators scrambling for clues. But thanks to surveillance cameras and quick police work, the search didn't last long. Not far from the neighborhood where the shots were fired, officers reportedly located a white Tesla parked at a busy shopping area roughly 8 miles away. The vehicle immediately caught investigators' attention because it matched the description given by witnesses near the home of Rihanna. Police quickly moved in to investigate. Inside the vehicle, authorities allegedly discovered evidence that connected the driver to the terrifying incident earlier that afternoon. Soon after, a 35-year-old woman identified as Ivana Lisette Ortiz was taken into custody without a dramatic chase or standoff, but the charges she was facing were anything but minor. According to law enforcement reports, Ortiz was booked on suspicion of attempted murder after investigators determined that several shots had been fired toward the singer's Beverly Hills property. The seriousness of the accusations was reflected in the staggering bail amounts set for the suspect, more than $10 million. For many fans following the story online, the arrest only deepened the mystery. The suspect reportedly came from Florida, thousands of miles away from Los Angeles, leaving many people wondering what connection, if any, she might have had to Rihanna or her family. Authorities have not yet revealed a clear motive, and investigators are still working to piece together exactly what led up to the shocking moment when gunfire erupted outside one of the most famous homes in Hollywood. But the biggest question was still unanswered. Why would someone target Rihanna's mansion in the first place? Even after the arrest, One question continued to puzzle investigators and fans alike. Why would someone open fire toward the home of Rihanna? Authorities quickly confirmed that the suspect, Ivana Lisette Ortiz, had been taken into custody and was facing serious accusations. But when detectives began digging into the case, they reportedly found no obvious connection between the woman and the global superstar. There was no confirmed relationship, no known dispute, and no immediate explanation for why the singer's home had been targeted. And that's where the mystery deepens.
The Grammy-winning artist was reportedly home at the time, but not hurt. The suspect later arrested in nearby Sherman Oaks.
It was scary, but,
Reports say investigators started examining the suspect's background, including travel history, phone records, and social media activity, trying to determine whether this incident was carefully planned or something far more unpredictable. Some reports claim detectives are also reviewing online posts and digital messages that could reveal whether the suspect had been following or talking about Rihanna before the incident. At this stage, officials have been careful not to jump to conclusions. The investigation is still ongoing, and many of the details have not been publicly confirmed. But the lack of a clear motive has only fueled speculation online. Fans began asking questions across social media almost immediately. Was this a random act? Was the suspect attempting to get attention? Or was there some unknown reason behind the terrifying moment that hasn't been revealed yet? For someone as famous and influential as Rihanna, whose real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty, the idea that a stranger could travel across the country and allegedly fire shots toward her home left many people deeply unsettled. But as disturbing as the situation already sounded, longtime followers of the singer quickly pointed out something else. Because this wasn't the first time security concerns had surrounded Rihanna's home, and the pattern has raised serious concerns about celebrity safety in Los Angeles. Rihanna has long been in the public eye, and fame at her level often comes with risks most people could never imagine. Over the years, the singer and entrepreneur has faced her fair share of security scares, from overzealous fans showing up uninvited to more serious incidents that required immediate police attention. In 2018, for example, there was a break-in at one of her other properties, an event that sent shockwaves through her management team and prompted heightened security measures. Since then, her homes have been equipped with advanced alarm systems, surveillance cameras, and private security personnel, a necessity when you're one of the most recognizable figures in the world. Despite these precautions, the recent attack in Beverly Hills was strikingly bold. It happened in broad daylight, in a neighborhood known for being tightly secured and monitored, showing that even extensive security measures can be tested by someone determined enough. Fans and security experts have noted that celebrity homes in Los Angeles, especially those of music and movie stars, have increasingly become targets for stalking, harassment, or threats. The combination of fame, fortune, and visibility can attract unwanted attention, and in some cases, dangerous behavior. This incident, however, stands out because it involved direct gunfire aimed at the property, rather than a trespass or break-in attempt. For Rihanna, who recently welcomed her third child and lives in the mansion with her family, the stakes were higher than ever. But while the attack was terrifying, it also highlighted just how prepared her team has become over the years. Advanced security, quick police response, and the ability to track the suspect all help prevent what could have been a truly tragic outcome. Still, one question lingers, and it's one that continues to worry fans. Could someone so determined bypass even the most sophisticated security? And what might this mean for other high-profile celebrities in the city? Because the danger wasn't just a one-time scare. It was a reminder that fame and fortune can come with a shadow that's impossible to ignore. Today, Rihanna's life is a mix of superstar fame, booming businesses, and family responsibilities, all under the watchful eye of the world. At 37, she isn't just a singer, she's a global mogul. Her cosmetics brand, Fenty Beauty, revolutionized the industry with its inclusive range of products, while her lingerie line and other ventures have cemented her status as one of the most successful entertainers turned entrepreneurs in history. Forbes estimates her net worth at over $1 billion, a figure that reflects both talent and incredible business acumen. But beyond the spotlight, Rihanna has been embracing a new chapter, family life. She and partner A$AP Rocky welcomed their third child, a daughter named Rocky, last September, joining their two sons, Riot and Razia. Their home is now a lively household with 3 young children, where the demands of parenting mix with the constant pressures of fame. It's easy to forget, amid the headlines and red carpets, that she's navigating life as a mother just like anyone else. but on a scale that most people can't imagine. The Beverly Hills mansion where the shooting occurred isn't just a glamorous estate. It's the space where her children play, where the family shares meals, and where moments of normalcy are fiercely protected. Her recent achievements, both professional and personal, show a woman at the top of her game, but also one who faces unique vulnerabilities. Fame brings fans, fortune, and influence, but it can also attract danger, jealousy, or obsession. And when threats arise, even a billionaire superstar isn't immune. For Rihanna, the shooting was more than just a headline. It was a stark reminder of the fine line between public success and personal safety. And as news of the attack spread online, the reaction from fans and the general public was immediate and intense. Because when someone targets one of the most famous figures on the planet, the ripple effects go far beyond Hollywood's hills. They reach millions of people who admire, follow, and worry about her every move. Almost as soon as news of the shooting at Rihanna's Beverly Hills home broke, social media exploded. Fans flooded platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, expressing relief that Rihanna and her family were safe, but also shock and disbelief that something like this could happen in broad daylight. Memes, threads, and live discussions rapidly circulated, with some followers sharing moments they themselves had witnessed in the neighborhood, and others speculating wildly about what could have motivated the attack. Celebrities and fellow entertainers weighed in too, many emphasizing the dangers that come with fame. Security experts joined conversations online, highlighting the vulnerability of high-profile figures living in major cities like Los Angeles. Discussions focused on whether even the most advanced home security systems are enough when a determined individual sets their sights on a target. The incident also sparked broader debate about the safety of celebrities raising families in public spaces. Rihanna, who recently welcomed her third child, has a household filled with young children, making the attack even more alarming for fans. Many questioned whether public figures should take additional precautions, while others argued that fame should never make anyone a target. Beyond speculation, the story resonated as a chilling reminder that wealth and influence don't automatically guarantee safety. In a city where paparazzi, fans, and stalkers constantly navigate the fine line between curiosity and intrusion, incidents like this bring home just how real the risks can be. And yet, despite the fear and uncertainty, there was a unifying sentiment online: gratitude that Rihanna and her family were unharmed. Fans, celebrities, and commentators all seemed to agree on one point: the incident was a wake-up call, not just for Rihanna, but for anyone in the public eye. But while the online reactions poured in, investigators remained focused on one key aspect of the case that still hadn't been resolved: the deeper story behind the attack itself. Because even with the suspect in custody, questions about motive, intent, and possible connections continued to linger, leaving both authorities and fans on edge. As the dust settles on one of the most shocking incidents in recent celebrity news, one thing is clear: Rihanna and her family are safe, but the story is far from over. Investigators continue to piece together what led a 35-year-old woman to allegedly fire multiple rounds at the singer's Beverly Hills mansion, tracking her background, social media activity, and possible motives. The arrest of Ivana Lisette Ortiz has provided some answers, but many questions remain unanswered. Was this a random act? Was there a personal fixation? Or could there be deeper reasons yet to emerge? At this point, authorities are carefully reviewing every detail while ensuring the safety of the superstar and her family. For fans, the incident is a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that come with fame. No matter how secure a mansion, how advanced the surveillance, or how vigilant the security team, the unpredictable actions of a determined individual can create moments of real danger. Rihanna's life continues at the intersection of celebrity, business, and family, with a spotlight that never dims. And while the Beverly Hills shooting was terrifying, it also highlighted her resilience, the effectiveness of her security measures, and the rapid response of law enforcement as the investigation unfolds. One thing is certain: the world will be watching. Every new detail will be dissected, every motive speculated upon, and every precaution reconsidered. And for the millions of fans who follow her every move, the hope remains that this incident will remain a rare and isolated event, rather than a glimpse of the risks that come with living life in the public eye. Because in a world where fame can attract both adoration and danger, the story of Rihanna's Beverly Hills shooting serves as a chilling reminder that even the brightest stars aren't immune to shadows, and that sometimes The most shocking mysteries are the ones that haven't been fully explained yet.